Can you hear us?
Not yet, I
Not
guess.
yet.
Oh. He's trying to talk to us, but it's not coming through.
He's still setting him up.
No.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
Mike, you there?
I am.
Oh, okay, good.
Hello.
Hi there. No, it's kind of bizarre. There's me, and then there's public access TV, and they're both of me and not the. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Did you receive my last email? With Callum?
Welcome to Victor Reader.
Are you still there?
Notes, 54. Notes, 56.
Well, I guess we'll be ready
Start
to
recording.
begin anytime.
Okay.
Whatever Mike says.
Well, I got my recorder going anyway, whenever we start.
Okay. Hey, before I call the meeting to order, are you guys in the small conference room?
Yes, we are.
We had to get
Oh, all
moved,
right.
yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, right now, I'm not seeing you guys. The public access TV has me again.
We're here.
Okay, we're all here, so anytime you're ready.
Okay, all right, yeah, 'cause that's gonna be wicked confusing, but I'll get over it. All right, so, with that said, I will call this meeting to order. It is 6:30 PM on Thursday, June 12th. And let's start with the introductions. I'll start with myself over Zoom. I am Mike Kennedy, and I serve as chair for the Commission on Disability.
Deb.
And-
Okay, I'm Debbie Dimick, I'm secretary.
Jim Clifford?
Dan Jakes, co-chair.
All right, great. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. And my apologies for having to appear in Zoom, but I found out, I believe on Tuesday, that I had another meeting at 5:30 to 7, but I jumped off at 6:30. But I do digress. So next up on the agenda is the review of the May 8th, 2025 minutes. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes? And
Yes.
Okay.
And with that being said, can I have a motion to accept the May 8th minutes as written?
I motion.
Second.
All right. Okay, so Dan made the motion?
Yes.
No, Jim made the motion.
Jim
I
made the
second.
motion, Dan second.
Okay. All right. All right, Jim. Dan second. Oh, okay. Any questions or discussions? Hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? All right, motion carries unanimously. Debbie, Jim, thank you very much for giving me a copy of the minutes in the bag of Afghans. That way I was able to review them. So I'm gonna kind of jump around, with a couple things going on in Millbury, and I want to share something pretty interesting. So I didn't know this, but we know they're talking about redoing the Millbury Senior Center's parking lot, and but the other day I forget why, but I found myself at the corner of River Street and Elm Street, where the senior center sits, and they actually they actually have they installed sidewalks in there.
Yes,
And-
within the past 2 or 3 weeks, they've installed the sidewalk that we were asking for a long time. And finally, I guess either through a grant or something, they found some money and they did put in a sidewalk right there. But there is a question that we have, that Jim noticed. At the end of that sidewalk, they do not have a curb cut, so I don't know how they're going to.
Well, to put it more straight, at the end of it is a curb cut, but at the very end of it, there's a dip, and then it rise, where they didn't fill in, to make it even with the curb cut, so it'll be a
Yeah.
smooth transition.
So right now, there's not a smooth transition?
No,
Okay.
Yeah. I do have news on that. That piece that you're speaking to, Jim, because it's work in process.
Mm-hmm.
So my guess is when they redo the parking lot, the new pavement striping will probably get built up to the point that it actually will be flush with the sidewalk. Does that make sense?
well, it makes
Yeah.
sense if they complete it the way we want it, yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
couldn't they put in a temporary fill?
You know what, I can't say, because like you say, I forget why or how, why I went by that way in the first place. So I can't give you a definitive answer. Oh, okay, you know what, now I remember. Yeah, I drove by it on Sunday because I was going to a tribute to a friend of mine who passed away. It was after the Gendron Post. So I drove. That's where I saw it. But there was other things that were kind of very interesting about this. So bear with me, and I'm going to let you know where I'm at here. So. All right, again, bear with me. Okay, so. Oh, I was hoping all these emails would be together. All right, so like I say, I think maybe this was on Monday. Monday I contacted Connor McCormick, and I saw I saw that I told Connor how I saw that they added more sidewalk at the corner of River and Elm Street on the senior center side, on the senior center side, which I said is great. But my concern was the placement of the telephone poles on these new sidewalks. And, said there needs to be at least 36 inches of clear width between the pole and the edge of the sidewalk, not including the curb. So I asked Connie to make sure that Caleb or Jason, who's also a building inspector, to check that clear width out, along with the slopes before Millbury would pay the contractor for this work. And Connor wrote back stating that they have a third party reviewing the installation for the town. They will be confirming the work meets accessibility requirements, and that they have been out to the site, and I didn't notice anything major. But he'll relay this to them concerns. Well, me being a because I get involved, I see work like this all the time. I don't know how many times I've me and Jim when we're doing our ADA plan going, it's like, this is brand new. It's been signed off by the the contract manager and this and that. It meets all the requirements. So me and Jim go and look at it. Wrong. So violations occurred. So I replied to Connor saying, no disrespect for this third party, confirming whether or not this work meets accessibility requirements, but in my opinion, these should be confirmed in-house by our building inspector and or experienced DPW staff, using a 2-foot digital readout level such as the smart level. And then I went into the story I told you earlier. And Connor forwarded this to Caleb Moody, and he replied, hi all, and reviewing the newly poured sidewalk on River Street, I find that the section of the sidewalk between the two driveways with the width of approximately 42 inches does not meet the minimum width required with required code section included below. This, by the way, is 521 CMR, section 2.2, width, and in Massachusetts, width of walkways shall be not less than 48 inches, excluding curbstones. So, an obstructed view of travel shall be provided, which is at least 36 inches clear, excluding curbstones. So, remember I said that he measured 42 inches?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is, that needs to be addressed. And again, when I replied to Caleb's, message, I think it was, you know, it was Caleb, Connie McCormick, and Mark Hollis, who's like the DPW engineer. I don't know if I've ever met him yet, or if we've ever met him yet, but I replied, there you have it. Why you can't always trust third parties, third-party administrators. So that is to be determined. Let me just go back. Okay. Wrong email. All right. So Connor sent this email to a Dominic Saltruda, Caleb Moody, myself, Mark Hollis, and copied in Marie Barati, and he writes in, hi all, I just spoke to Dominic from BL Company. I have no idea who they are, who is doing the construction admin for the River Street Sidewalk project. In light of Caleb's finding on the sidewalk we're looking to have a quick call to discuss options to address the issue. And he's asking if I'd be available to sit on a brief call next week. So more to follow on that.
Okay.
So again, I just wanted to make you guys aware of that, because I wasn't aware of that myself until Sunday when I drove by there.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to do it, maybe 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
last week they were done, and this week they're done, so if that third party wrote it off, did they just write it off so this company could get their paycheck?
That's a good question. I did, I don't know if I, read that piece, but, I said, yeah, when I said that, before we would, when I say we, I'm talking about the, town of Millbury, we would not, we want to make sure that all the work is done in compliance before we would, make final payments. So, I doubt that's going to be a problem, because because if they signed off on them and and Millbury pays for the work that wasn't compliant in the first place, then the town, or should I say, the town folk, us tax-paying residents would be footing the bill. But right now, their mistake, they need to make corrections before they get paid.
But we don't know what all the, everything is. They haven't been there for 2 weeks already, so I think they've completed their job. So if it has been signed off, they got paid.
Yeah. I doubt they paid them. And like I say, there's gonna be a meeting, there's gonna be a meeting next week, so my educated guess is that, you know, the logistics will be set up on when they'll come and correct that problem.
Mhm.
Because, you know, when all is said and done, assuming everything is done correctly, it'll still be you know, an adventure, but there will be an accessible route, you know, from the center of, you know, town, you know, Millbury, Main and Elm Street. There'll be a continuous accessible route of travel from there all the way to across River Street to go to the senior center. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about natural topography, but at least there's there'll end up being an accessible route of travel, you know, with a crosswalk.
Well, who designed the plans in the first place? They should know to go in accordance with ADA regulations. And why didn't they sketch out 48 inches instead of 42? They know all the rules, you know. Why didn't they originally design it to be 48?
I can't speak for the company. I've never heard of them.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't the town, the building inspector or anything approve this before they go forward? Connor or Caleb, whoever is in charge, don't they go?
They should have had a plan review process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then before the plans, before the actual work was to be conducted, they should have a plan review process signed off by whoever the official is for the town, and then proceed with the work, even though you have a third-party construction administrator at that point. So something went awry.
Yeah, and just for a technical point, the ADA accessibility guidelines, ADAG, and 521 CMR differ on paths of travel. ADA, you know, has 36 inches, and the AAB 521 CMR has 48 inches. Millbury is in Massachusetts, therefore we, you know, they need to adhere to the 48 inches because, you know, when ADA and AAB codes differ, you err on the side of more stringent. And 48 inches is more stringent than 36. So again, maybe again, this third-party administrator, you know, is the one that dropped the ball. And I just say maybe, and I don't want to go say I don't want to be saying things about, you know, companies that, that I don't really have all the facts on. I personally have never heard of BL companies. Maybe, I don't know why we would, but there are engineering firms that are not from Massachusetts. And like I say, Massachusetts is one of the only states in the union that have their own set of building codes and access codes. Almost everybody else follows the ADA. So, more to come on that. but, that will eventually be a, good thing. So, anything, thing else about, the corner of, River and, Elm Street?
No, just keep us informed about that meeting next week that you're going to be attending.
Okay,
Bring us up to date.
yep. Yeah, now the, old business, curb cut, the curb cuts at, the Lower Elm Street sidewalk, crosswalk between A&D Pizza and Mykonos. If it, they, they're gonna be, doing that work, very shortly. If not already started, working on the project. I know one thing that, has been holding things up, and, we all know why, the weather. The weather, it like rains every friggin' day, especially, later in the week. So I know that, has, held things up, but that project is green lighted, and, let's, and I, hope to, see, progress, there, soon. So, I'm gonna see if I can find, yeah, so, so Connor had said the contractor was slated to start the project next week, so I have yet to get the, confirmation from them. I believe it's somewhat, weather, dependent, so, but it should be a relatively, quick, project. Once it gets going, we'll keep you posted, and that's from, Connor.
Are you
So-
saying that there has been
so
an
it's-
extension to the sidewalk, correct?
What was that, Jim?
There has been an
So-
extension to the sidewalk, since they don't have the proper width.
Oh, yeah, but you're referring to the senior center?
The senior center.
Okay, I
No,
think
we're on-
Mike was
Oh, yeah.
Mike was
Oh, no.
talking about the curb cuts.
Oh, we're in the curb
near-
cuts,
near
I'm sorry.
A&D.
I didn't know we changed that, okay.
Yeah, but, that will happen, any day now.
Well, all of us, pretty much go up and down that area anyway, and we'll see when or if it gets started shortly, and we'll let you know. So you can check it out yourself to see if they're doing it correctly.
Yeah. And, let's see. Next, let me, find the, next, email. All right. So, the, Main and Elm Street, intersection, I did, get a, email out to, Matt, Stencil. If I, butchered, Matt's name, my, humble apologies, but I think it's pronounced, Stencil. He wrote to me, hi Mike, I will check this out and get back to you. And he, confirmed that I had his email address. I couldn't easily get his, email address, through, the, town's, website. So I had to, go through, Karen, through, Karen to, get his, email. So, I guess Matt is, is the new DPW guy replacing, oh, who was it before? I'm drawing a blank. Not that it doesn't matter, but he, you know, but the person that, he'll be the contact on that, no turn on, red, signage when the pedestrian signals initiated
Right,
or
and,
activated.
right, and also the audio, all those audio buttons aren't working correctly, and the timing is completely off. So,
Yeah,
the timing of those lights are off, so the whole thing has to be refurbished.
yeah, I imagine, once one thing gets, fixed, it'll probably, fix everything.
Mm, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's,
I don't think that's gonna fix the timing of the lights.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, those lights probably need to be replaced, because they would, every time they fix them, they break down a couple weeks later.
oh,
It's an
Oh,
ongoing
yeah.
issue, it's, every time they fix it, they break, they fix it, they break.
yeah,
They never went after the manufacturer for it.
yeah, I don't know, I have no idea how to, react to that, I mean, I know one that should, answer a question with the question, but, the sample that, you guys, showed us like, my God, what, 2 or 3 years ago? I don't know if Dan was even on the commission yet, where we where we got this idea to have this at Main and Elm Street. What was it in Waterbury, Vermont, or?
Yeah, it was in.
Wilmington, Vermont.
Wilmington, Vermont, yes, yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we got the idea from. That's when Laurie Connors was here, that was way back,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Okay, so now was it
That was
And you
during
did-
phase one construction. That was a long time
Okay.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Now, were those consistently working?
For a while,
up there
they,
in Vermont?
well, as far as we know, every time we went up there, yes, they were working until, the town had a big flood during Hurricane Irene, I think it was. And then everything got washed out, so as of right now, I don't know whether they're working or not, or they fixed them according to what they were originally. But, that's where we got the idea, yes.
Yeah.
And it was a good idea. So each one of the corners, when they were first installed, we went and every corner, when you pushed the audio button, it told you where you were and where you were crossing. Now, it does
Yeah.
not do that. You know?
Okay. All right, yeah. Well, like I say, more to, follow on that.
You know, this has been we've been asking that for a long time, even with that other guy, Chris, I don't know what his name was, with the old DPW guy. Kevin, Chris, whatever his name was, I'm sorry, I can't remember what it was, but, we've been asking that for a long time and it has not been remedied. And it just keeps on getting pushed and pushed and pushed, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, I mean, I know there's some sophisticated electronics involved, but I mean, it hasn't been that long since they got initially installed.
Well, since
Yeah,
since phase one, Mike, you know,
Yeah.
phase one was a while ago, it was a few years ago.
Yeah,
And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, was it last week they had the police picnic, and I was sitting next to a woman that lives at 95 Elm. And she also brought this up in conversation, and she says, there's a couple of blind people in that building at 95 that need that. And she was calling DPW several times and got no response because she was wanted to tell them about the intersection lights. She says, I guess I gotta call Mike Moore. Because, so she got sick and tired of reporting this to DPW with no response. And so she says, I'm tired of calling DPW. I says, well, then call Mike Moore. If you wanna call Mike, call Mike. So I don't know what she's going to do, but she says, there are people at 95 that need that, the audio signals, you know.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
and
It's not only
And-
them, but other citizens in town too. It needs to be replaced or done something to
Oh, yeah.
repair it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, well, like I say, I mean, the building, I mean, it's, you know, the tenants are, you know, they're seniors or, you know, and or people with disabilities, so,
Mhm.
so it's, yeah, so everyone benefits from it.
Sure, and she says herself, she doesn't need it, but she understands the issues with all these other people in that building. She said, yes, they are visually impaired. They're slower when they walk across the street. They need that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, because I remember there, you know, there was a time when they were working and everything was, including, including you know, the thing, you know, the activator button, it made clicking sounds, you know, for you know, VIP folk to be able to find the traffic signal.
Yep. Yeah.
And then you know, activate the button and you get the wait.
Yep,
What?
the audio beacon brings you to wherever that pole
Yeah.
is, yes.
Yeah.
And then you push it and it worked. When it worked, it was fine, but now it doesn't, so.
Yeah, yeah, it makes a machine gun sound.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess they stopped the birds. I guess they stopped using the bird chirping because it sounded too much like real birds.
real birds. Well, now with the machine gun, you gotta hit the deck, 'cause in Worcester, you don't know whether it's the traffic signal or a real deal.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, for the most part, those are like three things I know we were working on. I know, you know, looking at last month's agenda, you know, placing the ADA guide on Millbury's website. I don't know if that's you know, happened yet. I'm actually, you know, there now.
Mike, did you receive the email from both myself and Caleb Moody about
you know what?
the lift?
You know what,
and-
Jen?
Yes.
Jen, let me finish this, and I can, we can talk about that. We can talk about that if you would like.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing, folks? I'm looking on Millbury's website, and I'm looking on the Commission on Disability page. And, you know, our ADA plan is posted on there. Our the town's grievance procedure is on there. And Millbury, the town's non-discrimination policy. And it has Caleb as our ADA coordinator, which is consistent with Mass Office on Disability. But I do not see, I do not see
The resource guide?
yeah, not yet. I do not see it here. And you know what? The members are up to date too.
Wow.
It has Jim, you, Debbie, myself, Kent, and Dan. And then it has 3 vacancies.
Mhm.
Yep. So that's that's a good thing. But as for otherwise, I don't see any other yeah, I don't see any other things about the resource guide. So
Can you contact Julie or whoever is, Amanda, whoever's in charge, and have them put that on there, please?
yeah, yeah.
Because
We can do that.
I think I mentioned to you, I gave about 8 copies of the pamphlets to one of the people that are in charge of the Bay State Council of Blind, and she says, how are the members supposed to read it? So it has to be an audio thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, hopefully, you know, it wasn't said in a, you know, snotty way. I mean, because, you know, you know better than I do that not, you know, probably vast majority of people with visual impairments have some vision, whether it's all peripheral or just all tunnel or you know variations thereof.
Yep.
And some can you know read you know printed material, maybe even in large print, but yeah. So definitely you know makes sense, but I'll you know make sure to contact Julie about getting that posted on the website on our on Millbury's website and you know the Disability Commission's web page. So I think we're done with that. So so Dan, you got the floor, and you can talk about your you know stuff here at whatever the name of your apartment complex is nowadays. I'll never really remember the new name.
Yeah, it's called, well, it was called Cordes Mills, now it's called Spark. However, I'm just going by an email I received from Caleb. It said reference to a meeting that we had in April 10th of this year. So apparently it was a couple of months ago and he couldn't attend the meeting according to the email. He said he checked into the lift issue and it was under repair, which it had been, but now it's not repaired, it's not working for the last 2 weeks. So we still have an issue with the lift. And we have people in wheelchairs and walkers and motorized scooters that'll have to go around the entire building to get to the back of the building to gain access, which apparently that's not accessible to ADA codes. So we have an issue there. Secondly, he puts in his email that when I brought up the handrail issue, and it's been going on for quite a while, for a number of meetings, and I think everyone's aware of it, that they have C channels, and he said that's more decorative, and it's not a handrail. But the way I read the building code is a handrail is required, and since we have people with disabilities, they cannot grasp that C channel in order to have, the safety in mind. We had a couple of people already fall. So I'm not sure what you can do about it, but I asked for plans, and I think, please agree or disagree with me, folks, that I asked to review the plans when it was first developed, and they still, to this date, for the last 4 or 5 years, haven't come up with the plans that we can go ahead and take a look at them to make sure that it met the ADA requirements. Now, I did check with ADAG, I checked with AAB, I did my notes from Doug, from Jeff Dugan from MOD. I mean, so I researched all that, and also looked at the building codes, international building codes for both residential and commercial, and they call for a railing. So, unless I'm totally wrong and the state disallowed it, I believe they're required. So until someone can prove it differently or show me that exactly it's not required, then I'll let this rest. However, at this point in time, I've got people knocking at my door saying, listen, we understand you're on the Commission on Disability, we have issues here, and why aren't they being addressed? So I directed them to call the town, to Caleb's office, and to Karen if need be, and to find out what's going on within that community. Whether I live there or not, it's not the matter. The whole purpose is to make sure the building codes are addressed and life safety issues are addressed. And apparently to this point they are not. So I'm concerned that no one's moving the ball forward, or at least give us an explanation of why not. I see that email went to you as well, Mike. And also, and I responded, I sent pictures to everybody in this room, and to yourself, and to Kent, about the C channels that they're supposed to act as handrails, which they are not. And so I sent pictures, I sent all that material to you that you asked me to, and that we still haven't gotten it, not had it answered appropriately.
Yeah,
And then here's one other issue for you. They went ahead and they want to build another building adjacent to that building. And so what they did is they blackened out all the handicap parking spaces except for 3. And said they're going to use that for additional parking for the new building that's going to be going up. And so, but they use such inappropriate material that during the rain, it just washed the paint off of it. So now we have the handicap spots back, but they're going to repaint them and delete those from the premises. Now, I understand the code, and please correct me if I'm wrong. You're the chair, and then when I talked to Jeff Dugan, once it's in place that you have handicap accessibility issues addressed, then they remain in place. If you have it, since it's there and it breaks down, then you maintain it. Just like the issue with Dunkin' Donuts. They have accessible doors, you push the button, it's supposed to open. Well, guess what? It doesn't. It opens one door, but it doesn't open the other door. So it's got to be a battery issue. But someone's got to bring it up to their attention. We're only an advisement board here. And apparently we need you to go back to Caleb or whoever the powers to be and say, listen, someone has to address the ADA issues to make sure they are functioning properly. Even if it's a drive-by, check it out. If it works, fine. If it doesn't, just like the signal problem that we're talking about that hasn't been addressed, then it should be followed up. And if it's not followed up, then there should be a violation. I'm not a person who likes to fine people. I just like to make sure that compliance is taken care of. As long as you comply, that's fine. If you don't want to comply, that's when the violations kick in. And they should kick in, and then more so than not if they completely ignore their responsibility of making that adaptive.
Now, I know we've been speaking about this for a number of months or years, about your issues in that building. Now, I think there was like a slight discussion, if they don't do something, we were going to contact AAB in Boston. Why haven't we done that? Because they're not complying.
I have not done so. I asked for direction from Jeff Dugan. But I didn't want to go past Mike because Mike's the chair.
Right.
So Mike, we're going to ask you what your opinion is and how you want to follow through with this. I don't want to usurp your responsibilities, and I mean, you're the chair of the organization here. But as far as you know, checking with Jeff or MOT or AAB, any of those organizations, if the town is not doing the due diligence, then I believe that we should go further. But I'll let you lead the charge on this one and see what we're gonna do. Again, I don't want to overburden anyone here, but it's their responsibility and it's part of their job title to make sure that the codes are addressed.
Yeah, well, you know what, the handrail stuff, that one is, you know, very great, but the lift, if that's not working, you know what, you know, you and I, Dan, can work offline. I can have a AAB complaint, you know, filed, you know, about that lift not working because of, you know, maintenance of accessibility features. And, you know, I mean, that's, you know, let them deal with the state. It's, you guys already know, I have absolutely no respect for Spark or whoever they are. I mean, when they took over Clovis Mills and throughout, you know, through 20 plus people who were there with the subsidy, basically out on their butt, you know, at a time when trying to find affordable housing and affordable accessible housing is very difficult. I have no respect for them, so I would not have a problem, you know, having a AAB, you know, access complaint filed on the, you know, on that lift not working. Especially, again, we have to talk on offline because, you know, we don't want to bore, you know, Demi and Jim and everyone else that might be listening in on this meeting. As for more units being built and accessible parking spaces taken away, you know, I mean, there's a certain number of accessible parking spaces required, you know, on a scale, like basically one for every, you know, 25 spaces has to be an accessible space.
Correct, and what they did, they overdid the amount of disability parking spaces because that's the type of people that we have living in the building. So when they started erasing those or trying to get rid of them, they said, we'll just do it per code and only have 3 or 4 out there, even though it's a 110 unit apartment complex. Now you're talking about people who are, again, wheelchair bound. They're also, you know, while walking with walkers or mechanical wheelchairs going through the building and going out to their cars. And then taking away those handicapped spot parking spaces also creates more problems for them as an individual getting into their car. But we have someone that is totally disabled and uses a ramp to get into a vehicle, so we need that extra space, obviously, in the
Yeah.
handicapped space. And what they want to do is just erase that completely and just have the basic handicapped space without the ramp. And now these people have to pull their vehicle, pull it out of the parking space for an open area and then drive up the wheelchair into the van, which is unacceptable.
Well, not only is it unacceptable, but that's a violation.
Correct.
Even a car accessible parking space, Dan, needs to have a access aisle, like a 5-foot access aisle, as opposed to a 8-foot access aisle.
Correct.
For a van. So yeah. Again,
Even though they put more spots in there, and I just wanted to open this up for anybody to correct me if I'm wrong, is that the way I read it from Jeff Dugan from MOD was once they put that in place, it has to be maintained. You can't take it away. It's just like your doors. If the doors, if you can't take that operable door away because someone's pushing against it and it opens up automatically. You have to maintain it. You can't take it away. And that's what I was thought about the parking spaces too, because we have so many people who have a quote unquote disability that they need those parking spaces.
oh yeah, yeah, great. And if more, if there's more apartment units being constructed, then you're gonna need more. You're gonna have more parking spaces, and therefore your requirement for accessible parking spaces is going to increase. And also, just say you're in building A and now they're building B. Each building has to have their own accessible parking spaces.
Right.
If I'm making sense.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, can that
Yeah.
be put on the list of our ongoing list to AAB complaints? The parking and the lift in that building?
And handrails.
And handrails, yeah.
Well, you know what? The handrails, I'm kind of, in the dark on, but I mean, I know my lifts and I know my accessible parking spaces, being a wheelchair user myself. So I can definitely, first and foremost, I can definitely speak to the lift. But again, Dan, let's, you and I will talk about this offline,
Okay.
all right? Because, obviously, the complaint, one shouldn't be writing a complaint that actually lives in the building. I don't. So I could write it out, or I could have someone else from my agency write it out, if that makes sense. So again, Jen, we'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
Okay? And so I believe we're getting near the end, unless people have some other business.
No, I just
Yeah.
want all these other issues that we've been discussing for forever remedied.
Just one other note, the gentleman came in 3 or 4 months ago who is about the senior center and who is drawing up a grant for something else besides the sidewalk. And it was supposed to be presenting it back to us. Do you know if we ever received that or have seen it?
If you're talking about a grant about the parking lot, I don't think that's gonna happen too quickly. The senior center's gonna be closed for 3 months
Oh, it is, okay.
because of roof and
roofing.
roof repair and insulation and things like that. So they're closing that next month for 3 months.
Okay, all right.
And for the parking lot, I don't know, I guess that's still a discussion with the railroad.
Go with the railroad,
Yeah.
correct, that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. So I don't know how far that's going. No one comes back to us with, oh yeah, well, we spoke, we had a meeting, and this is the update. No one updates us. And we're in the dark about things.
Correct. Okay,
Yeah, all right, so, our, next meeting, what we have done in the past, folks, was, we would, take, July and August, off. Would, we, be interested in, entertaining, that again this year? With the caveat that if need be, if we did have to, meet, for, to vote on maybe another project or to, to pay for, the, curb cut work, that's being, done at Lower Elm Street. We would, do a, special, meeting as long as we follow the, open meeting laws and, post the meeting, 48 hours in advance.
Yeah.
With that,
Yeah, that would be fine, Mike. When you brought the curb cut, how is that payment going to work? We gave everybody the permission to go forward with that, taking the monies out of our traffic fine account. So how is that going to work out? What is
Good
the
question.
procedure?
Good question. And, when we get to that point, that is something that's something we'll learn. Fortunately, we have friends and, resources, at the town hall that can, guide us, through that, process. I'm looking forward to, learning what the process is, but, because we haven't actually, crossed that bridge yet, we haven't come to that bridge yet, so I have no idea how one, actually crosses it.
Okay, Mike, concerning the, a couple months off from the meetings, my only concern is I don't want these issues to fall in the wayside during that time. Like you said, maybe a special meetings and stuff.
or emails so everyone's aware of
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
What day is it in September?
September,
Jim.
what date?
It'll be, our next meeting would be September 11th.
9/11, okay.
9/11.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, I do, I agree with Dan that, we keep, keep our lines open, through, email. I just hope, I don't know, does Ken read his emails?
We hope so.
Yeah. I hope so too, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, we definitely can, take the months off. And like I say, if something does come up where we have to meet, then, we just follow the, special meeting or, whatever, do the 48-hour in advance notice.
Mhm.
So, by consensus, we'll take July and August off with email communication and leave open the possibility of having a special meeting if need be.
Sounds good.
We're good with that?
Yep.
All right, just just one announcement, and you probably already know this, and then I'm gonna have another announcement question. But this Sunday, if it doesn't rain, well, I guess they'll have it anyways, whether or not it rains. But they're actually having the Independence Day Parade this coming Sunday. Starting from, Martin Street and heading down to Window Field. So that's my announcement. And my question to you guys, are there any summer concerts going on this summer?
Haven't come across any listing yet,
I know they're having
and
a
I've asked
farmer's market next door, right, every week?
farmer's market.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, at Asia Waters?
Hazel Waters. They had a meeting
Oh,
there
okay.
tonight about the historical.
All right. I wonder if,
No, I have asked, and they said there's no posting yet, so I don't know what's up with the concerts. I know
Yeah, okay.
there's not gonna be anything at the senior center, cause they're gonna be closed.
who's gonna be closed?
Senior center, for 3 months.
Where are we gonna go then, Sutton?
No, they're gonna put everybody here, there, and everywhere. An activity at the
Oh.
library, an activity at the firehouse, an activity at the mill
Oh,
church, or an
okay.
activity, so it's gonna be scattered throughout the town. And, because of, the roof.
That makes sense, yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully while it's, closed up, that's when they'll, get the, redo the, parking lot and,
I don't think so. You'd hope so, but this whole, renovation is for the roofing. It's leaking, it needs a whole new roof repair and, insulation, not only in the roof, I guess, but the walls too. I don't know. It's a big project, so it's gonna be closed for 3 months.
oh, wow. Oh, I have no idea about that, but again, because I get my, sister-in-law's, Millbury Sutton Chronicle, hand-me-downs. I don't, I'm not as, updated on the news.
I don't
on
think
the
it was-
news.
I don't think it was listed in the Chronicle,
No,
was it?
no.
No, it's only in the, senior center newsletter. You have to get the senior center newsletter.
Oh, God, goodness gracious. So something that big, not even reported in the Millbury Sutton Chronicle.
No, he hasn't seen it.
No?
Wow.
No.
And it,
I know about it because I go there,
yeah,
but other than that, no, it's only in the newsletter that I know of.
yeah, I had to, call there today, and I spoke to Laurie to get that newsletter. Somehow my home address changed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so somebody's been getting the senior center newsletter, but not I.
Ah, okay. Well, as long as you get it, because that's how you get updated on things going on there. And even that sometimes, they have the newsletter, but then they also put up notices, on the wall, of something or other. And,
Yeah.
so sometimes there's other things other than that newsletter. So when you go in, you notice what they've posted.
Okay. All right. Well, I believe I think we've covered every possible thing. So that being said, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I second.
All right. Not knowing 100% what the total protocol is, but I will adjourn this meeting. And for is it you, Kevin, that set this meeting up and gave me the Zoom link? I did get your letter, your email, and I have, and I do acknowledge that, I requested Zoom link, during the posting of the meeting. So, that being said, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful summer, and let's hope that we get a drought, because if it rains any more weekends, Mike will not be a happy camper. And I'm sure no one else is going to be either. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a good night, a pleasant tomorrow, and a pleasant summer.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, all.